Hi people, today I wanted to take another quiz, this time on a mental health theme. So I wanted to check if I have borderline personality disorder. However, this is not like a professional diagnosing me, so this is just a quiz. So I always thought I had bipolar for some reason. I definitely have some kind of mood problems, mood disorder. So are BPD and bipolar disorder the same? They're similar in symptoms, but they are very different conditions. BPD is a personality disorder, and bipolar disorder is a mood disorder. BPD can be challenging to treat, and research is ongoing to help develop new strategies to care for people with BPD and improve their quality of life. Actually, like I did read beforehand that there's like a direct relationship between BPD and bipolar, so they are like similar and connected, but still kind of different conditions. Bipolar, formerly called manic depression, is a mental illness that causes unusual shifts in a person's mood, energy, activity levels, and concentration. These shifts can make it difficult to carry out day-to-day tasks. So yeah, borderline is a mental illness that severely impacts a person's ability to regulate their emotions. The loss of emotions control, like emotional control, can increase impulsivity, affect how a person feels about themselves, negatively impact their relationships with others. And also, like, a huge symptom for me was like a lack of abandonment, which I also kind of struggle with, and just like unstable relationships, like, emotional instability. So yeah, I do feel like I have these kinds of things as well. So yeah, let's take the quiz. It's a quick quiz, just like 9 or 10 questions. So my relationships are very intense, unstable, alternate between extremes of over idealizing and undervaluing people who are important to me. I think it's false, to be honest. Like, to be honest, I haven't had a lot of like real relationships with men. Just had like these short term flings and sexual relationships with them, but that's about it. And like these short, like very short, like, I've never had a serious relationship in my life, even though I'm 30. My emotions change very quickly, and I experience intense episodes of sadness, irritability, and anxiety. Let's say sometimes. I'm not always like this, like, sometimes I definitely have like a deal with a lot of negative emotions most of the time, to be honest. I'm not a very happy person, to be honest. My level of anger is often inappropriate, intense, and difficult to control. I think I used to be a lot more angry when I was younger, especially in my early 20s, like mid-20s. I was so angry. I definitely had some kind of anger management issues. But also dealt with feelings of bitterness, hatred, like this kinds of like very negative, intense stuff that I don't even talk about to other people. I kind of appeared to be a nice person on the outside, to be honest. I appeared to be passive. I appeared to be like someone that, is, I try to be a good girl, just because I don't want to get into trouble. But I do actually deal with a lot of negative emotions on the inside. So yeah, let's say sometimes. I'm not always like this, like, there's sometimes, people have positive emotions sometimes as well. Now or in the past, when upset, I have engaged in recurrent suicidal behaviors, gestures, threats, self-injuries, behaviors such as cutting, burning, hitting myself. I think I used to be a bit more suicidal in my teenage years. And I used to cut myself when I was a teenager. But as an adult, I kind of like outgrew that behavior, like, so it's not like something that I do now. like, to be honest, I'm not really a very suicidal person, but let's say I have sometimes, like, because it has happened at one point in my earlier life. I have a significant and persistently unstable image or sense of myself or who I am or what I truly believe in. Never. I think that I'm a very, like, I'm not saying that I know everything about myself, but I feel like I am not a very, like, person that hesitates. Like, I mean, I'm kind of like a person that knows what they want and knows what I believe in, or knows what is best for me. So I don't need other people telling me what to do. Like, I mean, I have a very suspicious ideas, and I'm often paranoid. I also believe that others supporting the cause me. I experience episodes under stress when I feel that other people or situations are somewhat unreal. There are sometimes where I feel like someone's going to hurt me, especially if it's someone that I don't know, someone that, there's like a lot of people that are fake. They pretend to be nice and they turn out to be assholes. So I do have, like, I'm always afraid that someone's gonna hurt me, especially if I'm living alone with flatmates and stuff like that. I'm always feel like someone's going to attack me verbally or psychologically. I mean, it's because I think that I've experienced that from people. So I do kind of like live in fear that that's going to happen to me again by someone that I don't know that well. And they think that just because they don't know me that well, they can, like, be assholes to me. I don't know why that is, but, some people think that that's okay to treat strangers like that. But yeah, I constantly live in fear that someone's going to verbally attack me or psychologically attack me, or, like, what I mean? All the time. I engage in 2 or more self-damaging acts such as excessive spending, unsafe or inappropriate sexual conduct, substance abuse, reckless driving, binge eating. I used to spend excessively, but to be honest, I'm a very, like, person that counts their pennies. Like, I mean, I'm able to save money. To be honest, I'm not a very rich person, but, I feel like in recent years I've been overspending, but before I used to, like, save a lot of my money. Unsafe. I've never done unsafe sex before. It's totally no. Substance abuse. I've tried weed, that's about it. And, it's legal in Netherlands. I don't drive. I'm not allowed to have a driver's license, by the way, because I got diagnosed with Prolactinoma young, and while I'm on my medication for Prolactinoma, it irritates me. The side effects irritate me, so I'm not allowed to drive. So I'm living without a driver's license and without a car. Yeah, I just use the bus or a taxi. Binge eating, like, lately, ever since, like, recent years, I've been binge eating. That's true. So that is, like, how much, like, I have at least 2 of these. So let's say always. I engage in frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment by people who are close to me. Yes, always. I'm so afraid of abandonment, like, ever since I was young. I'm afraid of being abandoned by my friends, by a partner, by, anyone who is close to me. And I'm so scared. Like, that's like another reason why I'd be scared to get into a relationship, because I'm afraid I'm going to be abandoned or just used and stuff like that. I suffer from feelings of emptiness. Yeah, sometimes I do feel bored. Empty. I'm not sure what you mean by empty, but, just hollow. I think hollow is the right word. Okay, submit. Okay, so here are the results. Moderate indication of borderline personality disorder. So this is my result. Your answer suggests that there is a moderate indication that you're experiencing symptoms common among people with borderline personality disorder. However, this quiz is no substitute for a proper diagnosis from a healthcare professional, and would encourage you to schedule an appointment with your doctor now. Okay, so I have some moderate borderline symptoms. So that means that I might be on the BPD side, which I'm not surprised about, because definitely I had some, just like horrible mood problems, like intrusive thoughts, like negative thinking, just like racing thoughts, and, between nothing helps. Like lately I just sleep a lot, to be honest, just like so that I wouldn't have to think these thoughts, like, you know what I mean? But in the last few years, like since I moved back home, I've been feeling a bit better. But yeah, I guess this it's unofficially confirms that I might have BPD. It's moderate indication.